Tape. We all have it, and we've all used it, but have you ever stopped to think about what sets different types of tape apart? From duct tape to electrical tape, masking tape to double-sided tape, each one is designed for a specific purpose, but what makes them unique? Let's take a closer look at some common types of tape and break down their differences. Green tape, also known as frog tape or painter's tape, is pressure sensitive and flexible. It's made of crepe paper backing with a rubber-based solvent-free adhesive. It also features a low stickiness level for adhesion without surface damage. It has a tensile strength of 20 pounds per inch. It's UV resistant, so it will not degrade over time if exposed to the sun. Some common uses are painting and masking, woodworking and crafting for delicate wood finishes since it leaves no residue even after prolonged use up to 21 days inside and 7 days in direct sunlight outside. At work, this is our preferred surface protection tape when we have newly installed millwork and don't want to risk damage when removing tape. The cons of this tape would be that this tape is selective about the surfaces it adheres to, so it must be applied to a relatively clean, smooth, and dirt-free area. On some surfaces, if the tape is removed and reapplied, its adhesive strength can diminish, leading to poor adhesion. It has a 12-month expiration date and requires proper storage. You can typically find a roll of green tape for about 6 cents a foot for a 60-yard roll. Blue tape, also known as painter's tape, is pressure sensitive and flexible. It's made of crepe paper backing with a solvent-free acrylic adhesive. It is also UV resistant. The tensile strength is 28 pounds per inch. Some common uses are painting and masking. Just make sure to remove the tape immediately after the paint dries. As a temporary clamp, as the tape can be slightly stretched and held taut. This is also great for layout on an item you don't or can't directly write on. For general use, taping lunch containers shut, labeling boxes. The cons would be that it has limited durability over time when used in heavy traffic areas. This tape also needs a dirt-free, smooth surface. It's not great for brick or masonry. This tape can be found for about 4 to 6 cents a foot for a 60-yard roll. Masking tape is pressure sensitive and flexible. It's made of crepe paper backing with a rubber-based adhesive for a strong initial tack. The tensile strength is 20 pounds per inch. It can be used for painting and masking, light packaging and bundling, but don't use it on anything heavy. It's also an easily writable surface. The cons are that this has a 12-month shelf life, which I have found to be true. It gets hard to peel off the tape from the roll without it ripping on you and not giving you a full piece. Masking tape can be found for about 3 cents a foot. Good old duct tape is pressure sensitive, water resistant, and highly flexible. It's made of a polyethylene coated cloth backing with an aggressive rubber-based adhesive. It's weather resistant and capable of adhering to a variety of surfaces. It's tearable by hand for easy application without scissors. It also sticks really well to itself. The tensile strength is 24 pounds per inch. Some common uses are temporary fixes on pipes and hoses. For bundling and securing, this is strong enough to hold cables, lumber, or other materials together. In my experience, this often leaves residue on porous material. It cannot be used on anything sensitive. Duct tape also has an 18-month shelf life. Duct tape can be found for about 4 cents a foot. Gaffer tape is pressure sensitive and flexible. It's made of a durable cloth backing with a matte finish and a synthetic rubber adhesive. It features a high-tack yet removable and repositionable design for strong adhesion without residue. It's tearable by hand with excellent conformability to irregular surfaces. This is also one of the only tapes that comes in a variety of colors. Its tensile strength is 50 pounds per inch. Some common uses are in theater and film production, bundling. I also think it's a great choice for anything exposed in your home where you prefer a more subtle look over green, blue, or glossy silver options. Gaffer tape can be found for about 11 cents a foot. So double-sided tape is not actually a single type of tape. There are several types of double-sided tapes in this category, but they all tend to have similar characteristics. They are relatively thick compared to other tapes. Most have a gel-like texture except for the green 3M tape, which features a foam texture. All are pressure sensitive and leave no residue on surfaces. These tapes excel in applications requiring resistance to shear forces. For example, hanging up signs or posters. I tape down foam when cutting on my tabletops and use these tapes exclusively. They do a great job. The cons are that you cannot tear it by hand. This tape is really bad when used in an application where you need tensile strength. This tape just stretches out too much and does not retain its shape. Limited uses for the cost. These typically range in cost from $1 to $1.32 a foot, which makes it the most expensive tape in the video today. Packing tape is made of polypropylene or polyester film backing with an acrylic adhesive. It has a tensile strength of 47 pounds per inch. It's available in clear or brown finishes. Some common uses are box sealing and shipping. It's great for temporary lamination on a job site when you are in a pinch or when you need to fix something and need to be a little bit more discreet about it. The cons are that it's not for use on sensitive surfaces, and it's not tearable by hand. You can find packaging tape for around 4 cents a foot. Wood tape is pressure sensitive. It's made of bleached flatback paper coated with a high shear resistant natural rubber resin adhesive. It stays straight when unrolling. It has a tensile strength of 34 pounds per inch. It has great adhesion to wood surfaces as a makeshift holder when traditional clamps are not an option. It will not splinter wood when removing. It can be used as grip tape since it has a nice texture. The cons are that this is a very specific type of tape with limited uses. Wood tape can be found for about 28 cents a foot. Office tape is made from an acetate film backing with a synthetic acrylic adhesive. It features a frosted, non-glossy surface. Tear resistant yet easy enough to cut with standard tape dispensers. The tensile strength is 13 pounds a foot. Some common uses are fixing torn pages or reinforcing delicate paper, labeling and marking, taping photos to walls since it's one of the only tapes that is specifically photo safe. Office tape can be found for about 5 cents a foot. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments if there are any tapes I should consider that were not on this list.